All right, Shalom, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Harakakadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elders, apostles, generation, Shalom to Yakim, Akwat, the next person in truth and sincerity. Also, double honors to the elder Lions in camp with Hara One. All right, so coming with you with a straight to the point lesson. Just running that race, man. Because once we step to the waters, following after those who got to the waters first and them teaching us how to drink, we have to start doing the work, and we become part of that race to take part in that finish line, that reward that they got at the finish line, that the Most High got at the finish line. All right. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 23. And it reads, "And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Know ye not that ye which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain," man. So run, run that ye shall obtain. Just kind of getting that sense of that mark to press for, man. All right, because we are running a race right now. We all picking up the Lord's work. Each man that comes into the fold, we have a responsibility. And that's to teach our people their transgressions. All right, and through that's how we get up out of here. Reaching the elect, so the Lord can get them, could come back and get his people, and bring about a righteous kingdom on the earth. Because right now you got a whole bunch of wars, and gas prices, and ultimately the men of the Lord knows what that leads to, So that time of mirth, partying, and BS is closing fast, and that's why we partake in the race, pressing towards that mark, reaching that finish line, So this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12. Verse 1, it says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so a great cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight, and the sin which do so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Time, man, just referencing that race again. Looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, Yahweh Shai, man, coming back and dying for the children of Israel. All right, bringing us back to the Father, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. Man, they slew the Lord, hung him on the cross. It says, "Despising the shame, is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh." All right, so he's up there on the right hand of the Most High. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, that ye be. Okay, yeah, I got the point. All right. Yeah, man, just kind of partaking in that race that was set before us, man. What our forefathers did 2,000 years ago, before we went into captivity, and the Lord bringing back the breath, the life, starting with Abba Bivens, trickling down to the elders, going down to the elders of GMS, the apostles of GMS, and everyone else that's under that umbrella, that's teaching the truth and sincerity. All right, partaking in that race, man, that was set before. All right, and we follow after the apostles in that race as well. All right, looking at them as examples on how long they've been in this thing, man. They've been in for a very long time. So we look up to the apostles on the way to lead. And it was something that the brother Canuck said as well one time. It was at camp, I believe. He said, basically talk about leadership, because once you step foot in this truth, you start doing the work, you start learning, you start increasing. The next brother, it's a ranking in this thing, man. You following after the next brother or the brother that's touched the waters first. It's always an order, and you're always following after that race. Kind of like the Indian run, man. Kind of in a single file line running around, let's just say a field, for example. In this sense, we're walking that spiritual field, trying to hit that reward for the end. Watching the brothers in front of us so we can lead the brothers that's also coming in. That's a perfect balance. Teaching the brothers how, what, when, how, what it is, why is it coming to pass, why is it doing this, laying it out, teaching the brothers coming up, because once we come in, it's a whole new process, it's a whole new process, it's a whole new thing. So what you got to do is you got to relearn everything that you was ever taught, out with the old. So kind of following after that first brother that touched the waters first, that's teaching the truth and sincerity, being part of the trying to partake in the hope that is all in us that got into the faith, man. The ones that the Lord is dealing with. This is the book of Luke 14:23. And it says, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Man. And that's a part of that race, man. That's what we do. Kind of getting that experience that we need, in a sense. Think of it kind of like a game, a video game. Getting that experience, going out there, stand foot, holding camp, teaching our people their transgressions. And what we do, we look after the apostles, all right, and the elders that's been in this truth, and we learn from them, so we know the scriptures. They say what? Study to show thyself approved. All right? And that's what we do. At the end of the day, we study to show ourselves approved, because once we set out onto the battlefield, onto the highways and byways, we have to kind of persuade, all right? Persuade, knocking down the strongholds of the minds. You can't do that if you don't know, if you have no knowledge of the Lord. The more you know, the more you can persuade, Even if the person doesn't get it, you're still doing the Lord's work. You did your part by washing the blood off your hands, Because if you don't do it, who will? The next brother that the Lord calls, man. The Lord chooses who he wants, So, but that's part 1 of this lesson. I'm going to make part 2. And I hope this part 1 was edifying. Shalom.